I noticed there was a piece that was cracked. So I've been piecing it out and I've sold every bit of it. Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Rob, also known as Chesapeake Picker. Welcome to the channel. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that's watching here. I am over the 400 subscriber mark now, which is awesome. I said my goal was to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year, and I doubled that. So that is awesome. 400 and growing. Thank you guys very much. But I did notice that still 81% of my viewers are not subscribers. So if you are watching, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turn that little bell on for notifications. It really helps me to continue to grow this channel. All right, we got a few things going out here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna answer some viewer questions because I did get a few of those come in. All right, so you guys may have seen me sell one of these types of games before, not this particular one. This is Parcheesi, the classic game of India. Usually the ones I sell are new and sealed and they're like a longer box, but this one was a little bit different. Came with these little animal creatures, game pieces. So I picked this up for $2.98 at the thrift store. Mostly complete except for it didn't have any dice. So this game here came with 2 wooden dice. I considered going out and buying some, but the only ones I really could find online were coming from China. I did not feel like sitting on this for a really long time, so I just went ahead, listed it as is, sold for $29.99 plus shipping, where the buyer's almost $41 all in on this board game. Of course, we got a DVD going out here. This is the Moon Spinners, old Disney Classics movie. Not new, not sealed. It's sold for $10.99 with free shipping. I got these 3 little lights. So I got 12 of these at a Goodwill for $2.60. I considered putting them all together. I did see a couple sold on these. They were selling them in lots of 3. That seemed to be the best price there. So the 3 of these are going to go out for $16.99 with free shipping. These are nice and light. This should stay at about a 4-ounce rate, so just over $3 to ship out. Not really a good buy on this, but I saw it at the thrift store. It was $2.98. It says Pittsburgh Penguins. It's a plush. Still got the tag on it. Been up for a little while. Hockey season's rolling around again, and it did sell for $9.99 plus shipping. Buying this is almost $16 all in. So this is the last piece of this thing to go out. This is a Cuisinart Little Pro Plus. I had this thing, so my wife didn't want this anymore, so I was going to try to sell it all as is. When I was going to take some pictures, I noticed there was a piece that was cracked. So I've been piecing it out, and I've sold every bit of it. I sold it for way more than I would have selling it all in all. So big thanks to the Commonwealth picker, Kevin. If you guys aren't, I'm sure you're watching his channel if you're watching mine, but he's the when in doubt, parted out guy. So I took his advice and I got this one. This guy sold for $21.99 plus shipping, or buyers just over $42 all in. I think I'm gonna give that buyer a little throw into, as long as it doesn't jump up my weight. I had the blade, so I tried to list the blade itself, but it got flagged on eBay. It said that it was recalled. I don't know why, because you can sell the whole thing as is fine, but you try to sell the blade, they won't let you. So as long as it doesn't push me over our next pound limit, I'm just gonna wrap this up and throw it in there and give it a little bonus to my buyer. Otherwise, it's garbage. I picked up this Black & Decker VersaPack car charger. I got this at a garage sale. I didn't find much at that sale, I don't think, but this guy was here. They were only asking $1 for this thing. Got that listed, and it sold finally for $20 plus shipping. And I got a couple more of these little coin collector books here. These sell for $3.50 a piece. I have 2 going out. These are quarter books, 1 and 2, and they sold a total of $7 plus shipping. This is a pretty cool item right here. I found this at the thrift store for $6. It's a Harley Davidson motorcycles. It's a Hampton Roads Harley Davidson. Hampton Roads is the region that I live in, the Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Norfolk, all that stuff. They call it all Hampton Roads. So this is like a motorcycle rally thing. You got all kinds of cool pictures, little placard and stuff like that. Pretty sweet. So $6 in on this, and I sold this on Facebook Marketplace for $30. So I'm meeting up with the lady after I get out of work tomorrow. This question comes in from Facial Frenzy. He says, I'm a new seller on eBay and I just started. And recently I have a question if you could answer it. Does it do us justice as sellers if we record the packaging of items and record us going to the post office and drop it off? Would that help us to be protected from grimy scammers? Or does eBay not really care? If anybody has done that and it's worked for them, drop Drop it in the comments and let me know. I honestly have never tried that myself. I've seen a couple other people suggest it, or that they take pictures, they video themselves packing stuff up. Never done it, but you know what? It is such a small amount of stuff, especially once you're an established seller, that you really have to deal with that scamming stuff. I mean, it's less than 1% that I deal with anybody trying to, get one over on me. So if you want to take the effort and all that stuff, but to be honest with you, I mean, if I'm packing up 10 or more packages a day, I don't have the time to make those recordings and keep track of them. I don't have the space on my cell phone to keep it on there. Just making these videos eats up a ton of memory and stuff, and I'm always having to delete stuff so I can refresh it. So if you want to do it, more power to you. Or if you have a camcorder and you want to dedicate a tape to it, I guess it couldn't hurt, but I don't see if it could help. This is going to tie in a lot with what a lot of the questions are going to be related to today, but this is a copy of Band of Brothers. I picked this up at the thrift store for a couple bucks. I know that this always sells well. This isn't the Steelbook version, but it still does move. It's sold for $17 with free shipping. It's going to cost $2.80 to ship this guy out. Also sold this DVD. This is The Police Synchronicity Concert. I got this in a whole big box of music DVDs, so I don't have much into this. I spent $15 on everything, and I probably got like 30, 40 DVDs in there, and I've already made over $100 on them. So this one went out for $9.99 with free shipping. I got this bag of stuff here. This is a bunch of they're like Civil War soldiers, little die-cast things there. If you can see on there, it was either $2.99 or $1.49, depending on when I got it. This thrift store, this is a garbage thrift store. I hate going to this place, but I do pop in every now and then because I found some good stuff there. But I looked in their toy section, and they had those little grab bags filled with toys. I picked up a couple of them. This was in one, so this isn't even everything out of there. Some of it was junk, but I do have a few listings up. These guys here, these are Detail Britain's Ltd. Civil War soldiers. I put these up in a lot. There's like 4 or 5 horses and a couple regular guys. They sold next day for $25 plus shipping. Sold this book on consignment. This is Inside HBO's Game of Thrones. This was new, in new condition. I have nothing into this because I'm selling it for a friend of mine. Sold for $12, free shipping. So that's it for the what sold portion of this. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to answer some viewer questions now that have come in over the last week. So this first one comes in from the Funkstone. Because my big video that has been going around and everybody's been watching is about DVDs, he says, how much do you sell DVDs for, and do you offer free shipping? So I would say on most of my media, not books. Books I don't do for some reason, but most of my media I do offer free shipping on, and that's just because it's a flat cost across the board. I know it's going to be $2.80, or I know it's going to be $3.33. Now, if you guys weren't aware, the new shipping prices are coming out at the beginning of the year, and that, £1 and below rate is going up to $2.89. So if you really are struggling to fit something into your profit margin, make sure you look at those because they're going up. And then as far as how much DVDs go for, most of them are junk, okay? I would not be selling all these movies if I didn't get them for free. So I got them from a buddy of mine. He gave me over 700 pieces of inventory to put in my store, and it was free. I explained this in a past video, but they only take about a minute to post. It doesn't take long. You take one picture. That's all I do. You could use a stock photo if you want. I don't use stock photos very often. I noticed a couple of my listings have them, and that's only because I think I forgot to upload the picture. There was one there, but I don't use stock photos. I find it's better. People like to see the product. So the lowest I'll sell one for is $3.99 with free shipping. I have had ones that have sold for over $50. When I'm out sourcing and I look for DVDs, I'm looking for things that are like to make a complete box set. I'm looking for things like horror movies, like B-rated horror movies. I'm looking for rare titles, recently deceased actors, things like that I know are going to sell. My last video, I showed you Waterworld. Waterworld, again, sold for almost $25. So your movies that flopped but later became cult hits and stuff like that, they're going to sell well because they didn't release a billion of them. If you want to get Armageddon on DVD, you're not going to sell that for any money because everybody saw Armageddon and everybody owned a copy of it at one point. I've sold over $1,400 worth of my friends' DVDs just since this started. And I've been doing this now for a couple months. So again, I'm splitting this 50-50, so I get $700, and that is my after fees stuff. So I've sold way more than $1,400 worth of stuff. I haven't added up the total sales, but my profit on this is around $700 so far, and I still have about half of them left. Gerald Rint asked, what happened to the destroyed DVD? So I did explain this in another video, and Gerald, if you're watching this, I posted the link in a comment that I replied to you, and but I got to keep half the money. That was the resolution. eBay had told me I had to refund 50% to get the process of the challenge rolling. I've since found out that that was a misleading thing, and I've opened up an inquiry with eBay to see if I can get that back. So it was a $34 sale. I got to keep $17, and that was it. All right, so Willie565 asks, I have a DVD for sale for $3.99. with free shipping and with $2.80 on media mail. How is there any money left for profits? Because I looked at your store and you have stuff like that up. You're absolutely right. So where's the profit margin? All right, first off, I didn't pay for these, okay? So that's number one. I did not spend a dime on any of this product. I would never source something that's $3.99 with free shipping. Don't do that. Number two, I use these. These are 10 by 6 envelopes. I get these off of Amazon. I buy them in lots of 200. They work out to about 20 cents, maybe just under that a piece. So I'm not at that. So let's take $2.80 plus 20 cents. We're at $3. Okay, eBay fees, if you're a top rated seller, they're about 12%, and then I put 15% as my thing. So I got 15% there. A $3.99 sale is going to leave me not a lot of money, right? Is it worth it? No, but I'm not spending money. Am I only making 50 cents on this? Yeah, but it's more about the quantity. So again, I have 700 of these things. Most of them don't sell for $3.99. Most of them are selling for $4.99, $5.99, $7.99, $11.99. But here and there, I mean, what am I going to do with the $3.99s? I could throw them out. I could donate them. I could keep them, or I could sell them. And I don't want all these DVDs. So I'm going to sell them, and they're going to sell. So it's about quantity. So if I sell, let's say I make 50 cents on something, and I sell 10 of them a day, and I do that for a month, okay, that's where you get the reason why you do it. So I could make one sale for $25, and hey, that's a great sale, but again, it's about quantity. For all of you guys, that may not be worth it. A lot of you might not want to bother with that. For example, if I was going to sell this stuffed animal, and this Harley Davidson horse was going to be, $4, and I had to take a whole bunch of pictures, and I had to store it forever, and I'm not making any money on it, no, I wouldn't bother with that. But it really comes down to everybody's, personal preferences on what you want to invest. And you can see the movies back there. That's half of them right there, those white boxes on the shelf. And then I have just as many boxes over here on the other side. So they take up 4 shelves. If I wanted to, I could probably condense them down to 3 right now, but I have them labeled by the box they're in. All right, I'm gonna butcher this name. It's Sikchi Wab. Probably way off. Sorry about that. But they said their experience in the past is when you send out a new and sealed item, once the buyer opens it, that is no longer on you. They said you're not responsible at that point. You shouldn't have to refund a single penny. And, I do agree. But if you don't offer returns and the buyer selects the option when they're trying to say they want to return it and it says item not as described, you have no choice. You have got to take that item back. And if eBay says you have to refund, you have to refund. They are not going to protect you in that instance. But it has to come back in the same condition that they sent it out to you. So if they bought it, they said it wasn't as described, you can take some pictures, send it over to eBay, say it is exactly as described, and then you say, all right, well, you've opened it now. It's no longer in the same condition. You can probably get away with trying to refund 50% back to them. Carolina Hustler said, didn't know those knife blocks sell so well. Good to know. Thanks for sharing. So knife blocks, they're a bit of a mixed bag. So the one I had, the Wusthof or whatever, that was a new sealed one. I'd never heard of that, but I looked up sold comps. So if you're going to source knife blocks, make sure you look them up because they're heavy. A lot of times with ones like that, you can fit it into a regional rate box though, like a region A. This particular box right here is great for knife blocks if they'll fit, but they don't all fit. But you know, you got this space here, but again, it's only about 4 inches tall. So you can really beat out the competition when it comes to the shipping cost for those, because you'll charge that £2 rate, which is going to cap out at around $15. Cutco is a great brand. Cincinnati Picker is the one that put me onto those, because he sells those all the time, and when I come across them I sell them. But there's some other good brands out there. If you come across like Pampered Chef ones, you can sell. Again, the Wusthof was one that sold well, but that was new. You're not going to sell some of your like off-name brand stuff or your Kohl's stuff. That stuff's not really going to sell for great money. And it also depends on where you're at. Like, I'm all the way over here on the East Coast. I'm 20 minutes away from the ocean over here. So somebody in California, if I can't get that at a decent rate, is never going to buy my knife block, no matter how good it is. So it really just depends on the item. If it'll fit and it ships, you're good. If not, if you can come up with, maybe FedEx or something like that. But they can do pretty well. I've sold 4 or 5 knife blocks at this point, and they've all sold for pretty good money. I think the minimum I sold one for was about like 15 bucks. So if you're not getting them super cheap, don't bother. Last thing here, more of a comment. This was Robin Taylor, says, $4.75 free shipping. Lucky to make 50 cents off of that deal by the time of eBay fees and media mail and all that. And she was talking about a movie, obviously. And I did reply to her there. Thanks for the thing there, Robin. I make $1.15 off of that. So not a lot of money, but I did break down how much the envelopes are, the fees and everything like that. So $1.15 divided by 2. I'm not making a ton of money, but like I said, it's quantity. It's not about the quality of the sale. Again, never ever source something that's going to sell for under $5. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. As always, that's all I got for now. Please remember, hit that like button, subscribe down below. I'm going to get me some packages packed up here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.